Alright, so what's up everybody? In this video I kind of just want to run through a few safe options and scenarios for Lei Fang. I know a lot of people are struggling to figure out how to use her safe abilities and mix that with her defense. Okay, I know that it's difficult. You're gonna have to put a lot of time into learning the frame data to know the right decisions and know your opponent. So we're gonna run into a couple of things here that I've done in previous videos. I'm gonna link that video down below that I have done the previous stuff in. But right now we're just gonna kind of briefly go through this offensive holds. Okay, these grabs go through regular moves. Lei Fang has a standing one, 6-6 grab. She also has down forward, which is the low version. Okay, right there. Now next she has the combo throw, most commonly known here. I know a lot of you know this. If you don't, she has two enders, one that pushes you away and one that keeps you close, your preference. She has her little stand Tsubaki, there we go, that gives her a guaranteed off of that offensive hold or catch grab. Also she can get down H plus K, which is just, or P plus K, excuse me, which is just a meter killer. Okay, very good tool. So now let's go through some of her safe moves. All this is going to come together once I start going through samples and scenarios. So you have her H plus K, which is -5. Okay, up punch -5, and kick is -5. That means only grapplers can throw that. -3 no one can throw. Back punch P plus K and forward H plus K are -3. So those are good moves to basically utilize against your opponent. Every move that parry that I'm showing you here is -6, and I've done a video going through that in detail. I'll link it down below. We have our -7 here, and then forward punch can vary from -5 to -6 depending on where you are positioned. Punch or 3PP is -3. Tsubaki K is -5. Don't get that confused with 3K. 3K you can throw, but not Tsubaki K. Okay, so up forward punch is also -7. It can be neutral thrown by all characters. -6s and -7s. Now just some key things I want you guys to pay attention to. She has a 10 frame jab. She has an 11 frame kick. Okay, her 6P or forward punch is 12 frames and her down punch is 15. So that's very important, just with the upcoming things that I'm going to tell you so you can understand. Now scenario number 1, our first one, we're going to do Kasumi, a pretty simple character that everybody understands. The first solution to doing back punch P plus K, because it has a low, I would suggest just fuzzing, because you never know what your opponent's going to do. Okay, and if they try to throw you, at least you're ducking, and then you can come back up and potentially duck a low. Solution 2, if you know a Kasumi player is going to mash out that 6P, which is very common, you can go for a parry, which gives her guaranteed damage. She gets a guaranteed hit. I would suggest doing up forward kick to get a launcher into a shoulder, which is not bad, you know, damage if you hit the wall, but it gives the opponent time to get away from you for sure and get them out of your face. And if you want to go for a targeted move that you know the opponent keeps doing, advance hold, get your max damage. So the analysis overall for that, 4P plus K, fuzzy first if you don't know the opponent. Then if you want to parry the moves that you see that they're doing, the trends, the patterns. Advance hold a particular move that you see. If you don't want to get grabbed and you think they're going to grab and you press with caution. Don't spam any method or sidestep. That's my advice to you. I've seen too many people do it. So scenario number 2, we have Hitomi, a 10 frame jabber with a lot of mids, and we're doing forward H plus K, like I'm fuzzing right here to test my opponent, as you saw off that. The second solution, in this case, sidestepping is okay, just because a lot of people like to do it. And as you see, I'm parrying, target parrying, and then I can also use moves. I'm just doing a little expansion, moves that parry certain mids or certain attacks as well, if you know what your opponent is going to do or you have a good estimation. Okay, so the analysis for this situation: fuzzing, you parry with your target, sidestep attack, and then you have your advance hold. You press with caution. If you think they're going to grab you, you must pay attention to what they're doing after the move, because I had you not sidestep after back punch B plus K because it's a low and they're already ducking, so they're already in their defensive stance and you'll probably get blocked for sidestepping. So if you're fighting someone like Christy and you know someone's gonna just do a punch string, but you have no idea what string it's gonna be, you can always do that Tsubaki. Just be careful, do not spam it, and it's not the best thing to be spamming. I also advise you guys to pretty much just pay attention. Don't always parry, you know, long story short, just pay attention to who you're fighting. Also 66P, I'm just showing you, can be neutral thrown, and it's breakable, hence is why it's called safe. There's no guaranteed damage, and if you do and if someone does the wrong throw, you can get a stun off of it. I would suggest crushing options just to option select. Okay, so you must know the character speed, who you're fighting against, what the playstyle is. Don't spam the same tactic, and pay attention to your situations and environment. Make the right decisions. Okay, do I want to be safer here when I'm against the wall, or you know, things like that. So the first match here, I'm just gonna go through. You saw I did a safe move, he decided to attack, I parried. So what I've been showing you in these scenarios, okay, and this is very slowed down for you guys. Obviously there's not actual speed here. He ducks because he's just not familiar with Lei Fang strings, so he thought a low was coming. I did 2P into sidestep. 2P is safe on hit, normal hit. As you see, he's countering here on a stun, and he gets up pressing. That's also a good move for H plus K. It bounces them if they get counter hitted, and you can get a little damage off of that. So the next round here, he starts off with 2P, which is neutral. I do a jab. We have the same frame jab, but he decides to do another slower move. I get the stun into the bound, and I go for some tech here of my own, which is new and improved DO8 tech, you know, as far as how easy you get to get it off. There is that advanced, well, tactic, I think it's advanced, the forward grab, and as you see, it knocked him into the wall. Now he's broke held. I thought he was gonna go for a mid, so I tried to option select with a parry. And as you see, I mentioned earlier, her neutral throw is +3, and he got hit for trying to hit me after that. So that is just match number 1. I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that I was talking about. Match number 2, the same guy. So I'm being patient with Rig when he gets in that stance, because he can be +1 off that kick. So boom, bounce into some tech, and the kick that I mean is that high and that flamingo like stance. Okay, so we going for launchers, my different combos. I'm going for some bait here. I tried the neutral throw. You can neutral throw Rig spin right there, but it's an orange bar, so you know how that goes. He 2Ps and reacts to my next Tsubaki offensive hold, but I break hold out of that stun there. I tried to charge it back. I didn't do it in a very good way because he still caught me. I couldn't hold it no more. I didn't hold it anymore. And he tries to mash off of the low sweep, and we end the round there. So basically, I hope you were able to identify some of the things that I showed you previously early on in the video, how I was playing him. So now we have Hitomi. I showed you a scenario with Hitomi. I crush when he started off with a throw. He low holds. I go straight for a launcher into environmental situation. Now I Tsubaki to scare him a little bit, He doesn't want to hold. Knock him back into the crowd or people with my offensive hold. I go for a launcher, and then I try to go for a tech situation, but then I finish that safe move, which he tried to forward throw, either forward or back throw. Looks like forward, and he got hit. Okay, so here's that up punch. It's a good stun, you guys. As you see, it's not just good on block, it is good on hit. So I finish my combo here. I go for the offensive hold because he is not reacting to it there. I go for a parry off the safe move, but he didn't do anything. Okay, so boom, punish that parry punch. He tried to get up in quarter circle forward punch, but I wouldn't let him do it. Now here, I also want to show you right here some patience techniques. So he parries after I've done a low. I waited just in case he used a sidestep or something. See, he didn't mash on that +3 neutral throw. I'm stunning, testing him with low safe throws. I do 6P and I don't finish it because I wait to recover to catch the sidestep attack off of his hesitation in a sense. So if that makes sense, sometimes it's good to delay because of the sidestepping. As you see, I duck Ayane's for a forward kick. Very duckable, not good to do at all on people unless you got like a combo or a stun. There you go. He gets off the floor. I thought he was gonna try to run up, so that's why I did that. I wait for him. I could have actually low thrown him right there. Okay, I hesitated. That was my fault that he hit me after that, but I caught Ayane's spin in my face. It's very reactable. You do have to be careful. If you hesitate, you could get hit. So he break holds, and again with that string, that's a bad habit. String that I punished this time with a attack and launches him into an environmental situation. So I again with punish off a duck here. Here he goes with a low, follows up with a high, very common. So I go for my max damage because I know he's gonna do it. As I was stating before, low catch throw. You see how all these moves are coming back in the fight. He rolls, low catch throw again, very good tool to use on Ayane when she's rolling. He comes in and tries to rapidly swing, but I hit him and delay with P+K while her back is turned. That's a good move, you guys. It's plus on block, and it can be even more plus as a guard break. So she has a lot of good tools to use, and I just hope that y'all are seeing some of the stuff that I have talked about in this video so far that I'm using in these fights. So we do a Lei Fang mirror match here. This person was a little hesitant, but I'm poking. As you see, I don't just go for the normal strings. I went for a low after that back punch, mix it up a little bit. I did that little, with that little kick to see if he's gonna get up and try to mash, just to bait him a little bit. Hit him off the ground, force tech. Now he's stuck against the wall, he's hesitating, he moves a little bit, and I do an offensive hold. Good to do against the wall for pressure. He tries to press, but I do a wall split back punch P+K, which results in him not getting any hits off, which I actually didn't realize at the time when I had this recorded. But we start the next round. I go for a crush. He gets stunned. I delay my launcher right there. He gets launched in the air. I go for my own little combo to get the wall damage. Okay, he didn't get it with a mid kick like I thought. So he's whiffing. I do 6-6. You see how I parry right there? He got scared. He parries me. Okay, he's using her strings. I'm respecting. I wait and sidestep after this awkward delay or pause or whatever you want to call that. So he Tsubakis. I wait in a timely fashion, and then I get him with the stun and got the offensive grab again. He gets scared because I did the mid the first time. And I'm saying, okay, now he's gonna parry, and I get the offensive hold against the wall again. So it's all a mind game. It's all a mix-up. Here we go. Okay, pokes. See, I do that up P. It's a good stun. I just get on block like I mentioned before. Bam. Okay, he gets up, but no, you're not beating me out right there with that move. Okay, here's the guaranteed I'm talking about off that Tsubaki OH, which is an offensive hold. I get my little special combo there. I like it too. I know, thank you. And then we knock him into the people. I actually tried to move up a little bit, but that's okay. I recovered with an advanced hold. And as y'all know, when y'all get y'all reads down, every hold that y'all do that y'all know is coming. I was able to see his leg right there. Just a side note, I was able to see his leg. I paid close attention to her. Always look at her body when she's doing the Tsubaki, because you can kind of get a little leeway to see what the opponent is doing. But once you get used to advanced holds, you'll know, like, once you know something's coming. See how I fuzzy right there? And I still was able to block and somewhat duck just in case he threw, counteracting with the same move. But you'll get used to the advanced holds and be able to get that max damage off of reads that you know are coming. It'll come more natural to you. It'll flow a lot better if you have trouble with advanced holds when you are making reads. Okay, I know this game, a whole nother video will be made for how this game is not helping people read properly. So anyway, as you see, I'm low safe throwing on stun, because in case he just decides to random low counter, that's a good check for that. And at the same time, on certain stuns, you can still keep going. They can't mash. And as you saw what I did there, I kind of just baited him. I whiffed the jab, moved around a little bit, and then he just got up and mashed and got break blown. So little different techniques in these fights that you can use on different playstyles. Hesitation, rush down type of playstyles. You have to get used to who you're fighting, because it's going to benefit. So Brad Wong here, slower than Lei Fang, but you see sidestep right there off of forward H plus K. See that? Now in this fight I got to do that sidestep on the safe moves because he wasn't tracking me. He just wasn't tracking me. So look at that. I kept doing, I didn't sidestep attack that time. I just wanted to see what he would do. And ooh, that was a beautiful back stun. He wasn't tracking, so I just kept doing it. Now the only time I suggest you do use the same technique is if they not catching on, which is a lot of people that won't catch on. So just a heads up. Okay, and here he tried to do a low crush. I wasn't letting him do it again with the side step. He was not going with no tracking moves on me, so I kept doing it until he stopped. Okay, poke spot Lei Fang. Now this is what I did here. So I thought he was going for a high. He got me in a bad situation, but I turned around and broke head. Okay, and then I knew he was finna sidestep, so I decided to do an offensive hold, which goes through side steps. And I also right there crushed that little stance move that he did, or hopped over, so and so. But anyway, that is that, guys. I hope this video kind of gives you a little more insight on some of the things you should think about instead of just randomly sidestepping, randomly parrying, and not understanding what the characters are doing. Pay attention to your opponent. Like Lei Fang's style is like real life. If you go into a fight, you can't just throw things out or you're gonna get socked in your face and probably missing some teeth. This style of Lei Fang is real. You have to know, you have to study that opponent to know how to be defensive and know how to use her Tai Chi methods to get through some of your opponent's techniques. So this style of fighting is really a safe style of fighting. It doesn't really involve much of you putting your, per se, pressure on someone. It's someone destroying themselves by their own pressure, and that's what her fighting style is. So with all her parries, her offensive holds, all the stuff that she does defensively and mixing offense with defense. I did something, barely did anything offensive, but you threw something out that caused me to be defensive that I knew was coming, and boom, you just destroyed yourself. Her style has a lot of patience to it. You can be pressuring, but you don't have to do a lot all the time to win your matches. Pay attention to the opponent. It's a very patient game. Lei Fang can be complicated, and for patience and I would say the knowledge to use these techniques, you do need frame data, and it takes a lot of training to have those mindsets in these different situations. Like for the rush down, holy crap, he's just pressing, what do I do? Why would he do that after this move? You know, you have to really be able to be on your feet and think quickly once you start using her. So I hope this video helped everybody, and I hope everything that I did helped you. There will be more videos like this, you guys, because I do realize that DOA 6 is a very, very, very bad game to teach people. This is the worst DOA in DOA history for many reasons, but for the main reason for me at this moment for these videos to help you, it's bad because you're guessing with a break hold, which is not really guessing, if that makes sense. Obviously, if you get hit by a lower grab, or yeah, a lower throw, you can't do a break blow, and then the break hold is just a break hold. So you're not really learning how to get the reads down on your opponent. Like in 5 and 4 and all these other ones, you had to know your opponent. You had to know what move to counter in particular situations. When you were on critical stun, you couldn't break hold. You had to hold. You didn't have to hold, but if somebody launched you with anything, you were a fool not to in certain cases. So you had to know what your opponent was going to be doing, and you can easily make an educated guess with knowledge and experience. Put the time in. You guys, we got to get out of this break holding on everything habit, because certain strings only have one option, and you can literally be holding some of the bad habit moves even in higher level sets or against higher level people. Everybody has something they keep doing to you because they know you don't know, or they keep testing you, and you could be holding it. Okay, so I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.